Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Beer, Toys and Banter. I'm Dunny.
And I'm Nez. Not quite as dynamic as Dunny. Um, Straight away this week, what we want to talk about is we found out that literally no more than half a mile from our house is a brewery, Peregrine Brewing. Could be good news, Dunny. Could be bad news. We might end up spending a lot of money.
There's only one way to find out, Nez.
Fight. Right. So we've ordered some of the beers. So what we'll do is we'll try this one.
Yeah.
This is called Hayabusa. So let's try some of this. Now straight away, do you know what that reminds me of? That short, dark orange colour. That Gandalf we were drinking the other day.
See, I enjoyed that. And I know you said it were all right. I enjoyed that.
But that's that same sort of colour, isn't it?
Lovely colour.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's great.
That's really nice, mate.
It's really good.
That's really nice, that.
I'll tell you what it says on the bottle. It says a refreshing American pale ale brewed with Sriracha Ace hops, and the aroma, it says subtle hints of tropical fruit and caramel. Yeah, I get that. And the taste, it says hints or botanical like flavour on a backbone of malt sweetness. Well, I have to say the first thing I got was orange.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Very citrusy.
That's a really nice beer. No problem. What percent's that, mate?
Great question.
Thank you. I do come up with them every now and then.
4.9 ABV. So,
See, I wouldn't have put it up there.
no, and you know, at 4.9, it's fairly sessionable. You could knock a few of them back. So, that's the first one. Now, the next one we're going to try.
It's definitely orange. Definitely orange.
Yeah, I think so. Bingle Gels. Clearly the Christmas beer.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know.
It's Christmas somewhere, isn't it?
No. No. Christmas is Christmas, mate. It doesn't move round the calendar.
Does it not?
No. So
cut that bit out.
So, let's give this a try. This is a porter, which is, as you know, porter is one of my favourite beers.
Yeah, I do like it.
Now, interestingly, it's not as dark as some porters. Now,
I'm a bit worried about the head on that.
I'm a bit worried about. I'd be interested to know if the brewer was here. Is that intentionally cloudy, like a New England IPA?
It's definitely got that chocolatey taste. It's got that porter taste to it.
Is it Christmassy? You know, I'd be expecting.
No, I don't think it's Christmas. I don't think it's Christmas. If that's what it's supposed to be, I don't think it's Christmas.
See, I would be expecting fruity stuff, spices, maybe cloves, star
Cardamom,
and,
something like that.
Not so much cardamom, but star anise, cloves, fruit that you would put in a Christmas pudding, that kind of thing. it's pleasant enough.
I'm just getting a porter taste of that. I'm not getting anything Christmas.
I have to disagree. I think it's more than that. Let's see what it says on here. Our American porter, so that could answer the thing about intentionally hazy, with a festive twist, reminiscent of Christmas fruit. Now then, notes of chocolate, which is what you said, and coffee balanced out by clean orange fruitness, ending in a festive spice. That's the bit I'm not getting. I think what I'd be interested in, now that we've got a brewery so local, is maybe asking the brewers, can we go down to their place? Do they want to come to the tiki bar? And actually talking to them about the beer and how they brew it.
It's very pleasant.
It's really pleasant.
But I'm not getting a porter from that.
You're not, because earlier you said you were.
So, I don't think I am, no. My initial thought were I'm getting the porter taste, but I'm not getting the porter texture. You know, if you have a nice thick chocolate porter, it's nice and thick, isn't it? Like a...
Well, I would have said not. Stouts are thick.
How am I surprised?
Porters, thick. No, I wouldn't have said so.
Yeah, see, I would, but it's very pleasant. But that's excellent. That's my favourite.
I think that's the favourite of the two. This is, it's definitely fascinating me because there's something about it. I, now that I've read it, there's definitely that chocolate and coffee thing. The fruit, yeah. Spice, it's just that spice I'm not.
No, I'm not getting that's a Christmas beer.
No,
you've had some beers and you can taste, you can smell the spice, and I'm not getting that.
Yeah, but, I do know what you mean.
But that's tremendous. That, what's that one?
The first one we had.
Yeah.
The first one is Hayabusa.
Yeah, that's really nice.
4.9. What about this one? 4.5, I think that says with my eyes. Yeah, 4.5. It's definitely pleasant enough, and I wonder if you'd think differently of it if you were actually drinking it on the 20th of December. Would it taste more Christmassy?
I don't know is the answer.
But it's certainly great to have this nano brewery close to us. And one of my thoughts when we got these is apparently they do micro kegs, whatever size they are. And I thought, well, if they're nice, obviously we can stick a keg back there. And I think whilst we've tried just 2 of the beers, and we'll try some more, and maybe on the next show or the one after. At the minute, if I was going to order, it would be that Hayabusa.
Without doubt, yeah.
There's something familiar about it, and yet it's different enough to make me think, oh, that's different to some of the other beers that I've tried.
It's very nice, is that one.
Also, I'd be very interested to see how any of these differ if you got them on draft. I don't actually know if they supply to bars or whatever. I would have assumed they do. But sometimes some beers can be different in a bottle.
Yeah. No, I agree. So, that's my choice, mate.
I think out of the 2, I have to agree with you.
Hayabusa, Peregrine Brewing Limited, in good old Rishton.
Let's talk about some toys.
Quality. Right, I'm down to toys. So on this week's episode, I'm opening the Vintage Collection Mandalorian Creve Cargo. This came today from our friend Gareth at Collector's Den. Been waiting for this one. It's a great character. So let's have a look.
I'm absolutely busting to know what it's like, because as you know, I've ordered one of these.
So I'll not take his gun out yet. It's nice. It's like a rubber cape. Great sculpt. I've got to admit, his head's a bit only just on. Great sculpt. Lovely. I think that's like it's a rubber. Mate, I don't know if it's me. That feels like it's been made with something else. It's weird, is that? Because it bends. It bends in the middle. But that feels like it's made with a different material. Weird.
Could be. Interesting that they didn't put him in an earlier wave of Mandalorian stuff.
Yeah.
And in this new wave of figures, he's the only Mandalorian character. Also interesting for me is that all the other figures in the vintage collection are from season 1.
Yeah.
But yet that Grief Karga is the one from season 2 where he's got his goatee beard.
Yeah. Again, it comes with one gun. It feels really soft. I don't know, mate. I'd be interested to see your thoughts on that.
Nice looking figure.
Great looking figure.
Definitely looking forward.
Really pleased to adding it to my collection.
Yeah. Looking forward to putting that on my Mandalorian shelf. Yeah, definitely.
So that's mine this week. Grief Karga. Made from a totally different material from the Mandalorian.
Interesting what you're saying about this. I'm wondering if it's because it's been left out in the sun.
But it's not been left out that long.
No, the cape's definitely some kind of rubbery stuff. The legs, I do understand what you're saying. They do feel a little bit different to normal figures.
Great figure, great looking figure, mate.
Just, yeah, I do know what you're saying. Maybe stick him in fridge for a bit.
Okay.
I'm going to open this, Dunny, which is the Black Series Archive 6-inch. 50 years of Lucasfilm, Luke Skywalker. Now, you know I've been critical of Hasbro for just banging out recards, and they do. We know they do. But somebody pointed out to me in a chat on Facebook the other day that sometimes you can benefit from that, and now I have to agree, because I got this from Gareth at Collector's Den last week, and this week I got the Archive Shore Trooper from Rogue One, and I could never get that, you know, in its normal box first issue. I never found it anywhere. So I'm glad, as I'm an opener, it doesn't matter to me what box it's in. So I'm glad to have that. And this I could never get, because I'm almost certain I'm right that it was an exclusive with the Wampa to something like, you know, Walmart or San Diego Comic Con or whatever. And then they did last year, they brought out the Wampa, and I reviewed that on Beer Toys and Banter. So now I can add the Luke to my 6-inch Black Series shelf. So I don't know how I feel about this 50 years of Lucasfilm. I have to say I kind of don't care, is where I'm at with it. 1971 to 2021. Great, it's great that Lucasfilm have been going 50 years, but I'm not sure why you put it on this figure, because
people will buy it just for that.
Yeah, I guess they will if you're into your packaging, and this is a different packaging to a normal archive, or obviously the original issue of Luke Skywalker. I get it, people will buy it. It doesn't really mean a lot, because it's not 50 years of Empire Strikes Back, or anything like that. But whatever, they're doing it, whether I like it or not. It's slapped all over the figures. So, look away now if you're a mint box collector, because I'm going to rip this open. Let's just talk about the packaging. They did say they were going to do everything so there was no plastic. I think they've given up on that idea. The boxed 6-inch stuff is great, because you just slide out the plastic, take the figure out, and it's instantly separated from the cardboard box, and there's your recycling done. This is not far behind. There's a piece of tape or whatever it is along the bottom, and glue on there, easily rips off. So there's your cardboard, take that out, there's your cardboard, and there's your plastic. So I guess it's just as equally recyclable. That's
It's definitely an improvement.
That's loose, so that can go with your cardboard. There's your plastic. Now, whether this is any different to the first one, we'd need someone who's got the first one to tell us, because I don't have that first one. I'm just going to put his weapons in there for a sec. I guess they're doing these photo-real sculpts now for the heads. So there he is, Luke Skywalker. Usual Black Series articulation. So they've got this way of bending at the knee now, a double knee joint or something, I think they were calling it on Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest. All the usual articulation, heels, knees, elbows, wrists, neck, knees and toes. Nice figure. It's going to look great on my my shelf with all the other bits and pieces. And I put his stuff in here, so let's have a look at that. So first up, he's got his blaster pistol, which I think I'm going to put in his holster, if that's possible. I don't know.
I do struggle with these weapons with fat fingers.
Yeah, sausage fingers. There you go. It kind of fits in there nice and tidy. And then, of course, his lightsaber. 2 pieces, so you can have just the hilt, and you can hang that on his belt if you like.
Nice.
Like that. But I have to say, what I prefer, if they come with a lightsaber, is to put the blade in, shove it in his hand. So let's do that. And there you go, Luke Skywalker Archive 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm 6-inch Black Series.
Beautiful.
It's a lovely figure. It's a great figure.
They've definitely upped the game on a lot of these figures now, these Black Series.
Absolutely.
That photorealism's outstanding.
It really is. And also, like I said, you know, I am a big critic of repacks. But I get it. It gives collectors who weren't collecting at the time or couldn't get hold of them, like me, chance to catch up. So now I'm kind of in the camp. You know, I'm happy for them to do them, particularly the ones I haven't got.
So you're happy to do...
Just the ones I haven't got.
Yeah,
just the ones I haven't got. You know, no, seriously though, when they just turn out repack, it gets a bit much. And I know that on one of last year's Fan Fest, they did a thing about, ooh, look how many are actually new figures, and look how many are kit bashed, and look how many are repacks. And I think it kind of backfired on them, because there were more repacks than anything else. But, you know, when they get it right, they get it right. And that's a lovely figure. I'm glad they reissued it, because I haven't got it. And it'll look great on my shelf. When you look at, I reviewed a few weeks ago the Hoth Trooper and the Wampa, and then of course you've got like the Luke centerpiece where he's in his snow speeder outfit, AT-AT driver, snow trooper, and all those Hoth pieces. When you put them together, the 40th anniversary of Empire, they did a lovely Probot, and they look great as a display piece. They look absolutely superb, and he's no exception. He's going to look great on that shelf with those things.
Can't wait to see it when I'm allowed in.
Yeah, well, not long to go, mate. 4 weeks and counting. 4 weeks on Monday and counting, and then you can come. We can do some beer, toys, and banter from the collection room. Meantime, I'm happy to do them here from the Tiki Bar. So that just about wraps it up for this week's beer, toys, and banter. Couple of nice beers there, done it. I'm definitely loving that one.
That's my favourite. I could quite drink a few of them.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I think I'll order
I'll order some.
I'll order a micro keg or whatever they call it, 5 litre keg. And we'll definitely try a few of them. That's lovely. That one, maybe try it again at Christmas. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And again, is it going to taste different when it's on draft?
But again, it's not a bad beer.
No.
It's a good beer.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's very pleasant. Is it Christmassy? I'll tell you what, now, definitely smells of chocolate. There's a lot of chocolate in there. Anyway, we could go on and talking about this beer all day, and probably will. But if you love what we're doing, give us that big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, because we do appreciate each and every one of you that subscribe to this channel.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next time on Beer, Toys and Banter.
Thanks, people.
Cheers.
Cheers.